Today we kick off a 6-part series, Tips for Adult Children Who Are Caring for Their Parents. We begin with early communication and planning, so important. Here with more are Sherri Snelling, a gerontologist and author, and Ginger Vance, who cares for her elderly parents. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
So let me start with just the fact that I think this is a very tough conversation to have with your parents. It's happened to me. I think it's happened to everyone out there. Tough, but necessary, correct?
Absolutely. I think the thing, Olga, that we often think about is we wait until the crisis happens, which is not really the best plan. So we have a little rule in gerontology called the 40-70 rule. If you are 40 or your loved one is 70, you want to start having these conversations as a family because it gives you time to plan. One of the ways you could do it is use the headlines of the day. We just had the tragic news about Gene Hackman and his wife. We know Bruce Willis has, his dementia.
Real stories that they can relate to.
And then that eases them into the conversation. They start sharing maybe some of the things they would like to have happen. That's a great way to get into the conversation.
Good point there. Ginger, can we talk about your parents?
Sure.
What led to you getting help? Was it a crisis?
There was. It was minor, but it took my mom out of the house, and that's her place. That's what she cares for. And she was in the hospital, and when she was discharged, we needed somebody there because my brothers and I are out of state. So we had to come together and rely on my dad to kind of let us know what's going on. And he was good, but we knew at that time she needed a higher level of care or somebody in the home that could help both parents, making the beds, doing the laundry, helping her with meals, was taking care of the things that would stress my mom out as she was recovering.
And you started noticing, I'm assuming, with your brothers, something's happening.
Everybody notices something different, but I started noticing piles on my dad's desk building up and things that were a little bit beyond what all of us forget. Not remembering where we parked the car became not knowing what they did earlier that day. And that was something that my brothers and I really missed.
Not because we want to parent them, but because we want to be a part of their lives.
Right.
What did you do today? Did you see Pat, your friend? Did you play bridge? My parents were high school sweethearts.
Aww.
And so they've been together for years. And as a family, we love to know what each other are doing.
Sherri, I was reading here about Comfort Keepers. Let's talk about the organization. And it's not just about someone watching over your parents. It's someone that becomes part of the family, part of their lives.
Yes, that's such an important part because very often Comfort Keepers, care managers become part of the family. And so when you're a caregiver, a family caregiver, you really need support. Very often I hear caregivers say, I feel all alone in this caregiving journey. So when you have a care partner in Comfort Keepers, not only will they maybe see things that you don't, but for instance, like in Ginger's situation, she lives long distance.
Right.
You really need somebody who's there, who can be, kind of your eyes and ears, and also focus on the joyful moments, because Comfort Keepers can help maintain the physical tasks and some of the other things, but also help bring in that joy because they're really great about elevating the human spirit. And not just for the older adult, but I think also for the family caregiver.
So was it peace of mind for you and your brothers?
We used what is kind of naturally evolved into a drip method for most issues that have come up. And it allowed them to see what it was like to have another person in the home. They've been together, just the two, and having a third person actually helped when my brother or I would come because we would be the other person in the house and we would help them on those off days that the care aides weren't there. So we graduated from 1 day to 3 days, and to have somebody go in there and sort of take the reins, so to speak, you have to get used to that. So you have to drip to your parents. This is what may be happening. This is okay. And everybody feels a little bit more comfortable.
Yes, comfortable because they have Comfort Keepers.
That's right.
Thank you, ladies, so much for the information. Appreciate your story and appreciate the info.
Thank you.
And if you'd like more information on Comfort Keepers, easy, comfortkeepers.com. Check out their social channels or go to our website, thebalancingAct.com. We'll be right back.